Mark Yaden right here. He's going to talk to you about all the things that he does. So we're going to be here all day because he does a lot of things. Don't y'all appreciate Mark? I'm going to say something about Mark. Y'all need to be really thankful for him. I doubt there's a lead guy in this state like Mark that takes care of you the way he takes care of you. I see it every single day, and he takes special care of you guys, so you need to really appreciate him. Right. I appreciate you, Mark. There you go, buddy.
I'm nobody special. Good morning. If you're new, my name's Mark Yaden, lead mechanic. Just got a few things to go over. I want to thank the mechanics, especially and all the side help this year for getting all the buses ready to go. They are ready to be picked up. Pick them up at your convenience. If you North Laurel Middle School, if you park there, make sure you go around the long loop that's in the parent pickup. Park your buses there, not in the normal parking area that you normally park at while school is going on, at least until Thursday morning.
Not back by the football field because we got a test back there.
Well,
The next 2 days.
you'll might have to move the buses because we're already there. Well, possibly not. But anyway, if I know everybody's got a transportation handbook. I don't have anything, I don't believe, up there. I didn't give Marshall anything. I do want to say that in the past, I've had to beat everybody over the head on the pre-trip sheets. I want to say that we finally got it right. I have nothing to say or add about pre-trip sheets. Everyone is doing great. On page 43, if you've got your book, if not, just go through this book when you get a chance. I think it starts at 43. There's 2 or 3 pages in here that relates to the buses and what you need to do daily. My cell phone number is on page 4. If you don't have that, if you are new, I would get that phone number and put it in the phone, because there's a lot of times that if you have bus issues, you do want to let me know and call. And I'm almost to page 43. Now, I'm not going to read this over and over and over, but on page 43, all mechanical issues are to be reported to the lead mechanic using the following procedures. I'll let you all read those procedures. If I'm not available to give a pre-trip to that has an issue on the bus, leave it on my desk, let Chris know or let one of the mechanics know that you left it there. Monthly inspections, everybody already knows that there is a schedule, and we try to stay on that schedule. There's a sticker, there should be a sticker on the bulkhead of your bus letting you know what days to bring it in. And when it's due, if you can't make that date, please try and let me know, and I'll try to have that rescheduled. If you need a ride and leave your bus, I will try my best to give you transportation to go back home in. You should have an inspection sheet in your packet for the whole year. And how many of us have doctor's appointments? How many of you know 2 and 3 months in advance that you have a doctor's appointment? Because when I leave the doctor's office, they've already gave me a schedule for the next time. It's not much to ask, but take that little card they give you and then go pull out that sheet or go look on your bus and see if it's the same day that your bus is due inspection. If so, let me know so I can get that changed earlier. A lot of us they'll call me at 7:30 in the morning. I've got a doctor's appointment at 9 o'clock. I can't bring my bus in. Well, it's not that big of a deal, but it's a lot easier and makes my life easier if I know that in advance. So if you could, please do that. If you have iPhone or Android system or Siri or Google, you can set reminds on your phone to let you know in advance that you have a bus inspection. Fluid checks, make sure you check all your fluids. You want to look underneath your bus each and every morning and afternoon. Those fluids need to be checked at least once a day. I know some people say, well, it was okay yesterday and it should be okay today. Check it at least once every day. A lot of times you don't have a leak on the ground, but if you have an issue with a diesel engine, you could be getting oil in your fuel or vice versa if you blow an O-ring on an injector. If you blow an O-ring on an injector and you start filling the fuel up with oil or vice versa, you're not going to know it by looking under the ground, but you will know it if you pull the dipstick. You're either going to be a gallon overfull or you're going to be a gallon empty. So please try and check those at least once a day. The best time to check them, the oil, is before you start the engine. If you don't know where your fluid checks are, if you are new or you're not familiar or you're getting a different bus, some things might be located in a different spot, let me know that. Report all damage, that's on page 44. Please read that. Disabled bus. If bus is broke down or you get stuck in the ditch, I've had phone calls, hey, I got a guy out here with a tractor says he can come pull me out. No, they are not allowed to pull you out. You may only be pulled out by a board-approved personnel vehicle or a subcontracted towing service. So if you get stuck, you need to call me and let me know. Next one is bus garage protocol. This is something that I've had trouble with in the past. We really need to try to observe this as much as possible. It's on page 45. Basically, it says stay behind the yellow line in the garage unless otherwise instructed to do so. Those are OSHA regulations. If you're not working in that garage, you should not be past that yellow line. Period. It is not a waiting area and it is not a break room. If your bus route doesn't leave at 10 till 7, you don't need to be in the garage at 6 o'clock. If it's cold in the wintertime, I guess sit in your car or hope your bus warms up quick. But I hate to be mean about it, but I'm being pressured to keep people out of the garage, and so it's kind of like my grandkids. I'm asking you now, so if it starts again this school year, I'll be asking you to leave the area. So don't get mad at me because you're not supposed to be there. It's OSHA and it's insurance regulations. Let's see, tire curbing. A lot of the bus loops have got the sidewalks around them. Not everyone, but just try to be aware of where your bus at when you come around that loop. If you're wanting to get close enough so the kids will have plenty of time easy to step up on the bus. Some of you are wiring the tires out on the sides, and I'm having to take tires off that's still not even 3/4 of the way worn on the tread. So, and it's not everyone, so just try to be aware of that. Items left on the bus. Anything that can become a flying projectile is not allowed on the bus. Brooms, dustpans are just examples. Your cup holders, I don't know about all that. Everybody likes to have their coffee in their cups. All I'm telling you is they're not supposed to be on there, and if we find them, we will remove them. I will not throw them away, and you can come by my office and pick it up. KDE has been coming down hard over that also. Now, they have made provisions that you can order the bus with a cup holder, but normally we have to take them off in order to mount the radios because there's not that many places to put the radio. All the buses should have a cleaning kit in the triangle reflector box. If you don't, let me know and I'll get you one. So that's where you need to keep your brooms, either in the triangle reflector kit with a small one. If you have a big broom, put it in your cargo area. Do not leave it on the bus. believe it or not. Okay, on page 46, only you know you can't see that, but there's a picture there for the no parking zone, or no, do not park your bus or your vehicle behind the garage for bays 4, 5, and 6. We need to have room to get those buses lined up and get them on the rack and get them in there straight. So please try not to do that. I have been known to get in your bus and move it, and you come out and can't find it. But please try to remember to do that. Now, Daisy touched on gates. We have a custodian at the bus garage through the week until 10:30 or 11 o'clock, so that's normally not an issue. If you have a trip on the weekend, it's kind of like Daisy said, leave the gate the way you found it. If it was locked, lock it back. I know that's inconvenient, but we need to keep that gate locked, keep people out there that don't need to be in there, and everyone knows how to get into the key to unlock the gate. If you don't, get with me on that. Does anyone have any questions? I don't think I left nothing out, but I probably did. Everybody's good? I'm good. You're good? All right. And if you think of something you want to know, you can ask me later. You don't have to ask me now. I'm done, Marshall.
Mark, everybody should know the code to the gate. If anybody don't know the code to the gate, please get with Mark or me.
Or Daisy. You're welcome. But I can go ahead and tell you that now. If you pull your phone up, straight down, 2580. That's how you open the box, keys inside. That it? Who's next? Oh, one more thing. Y'all done a great job. Most of you's done a real great job keeping your buses clean this year. I'm very proud of each and every one of you. Goes along with age. I failed to mention a thing or two. Parking in the parking lot. It's not a NASCAR track, okay? We had a couple accidents last year that could have been prevented if someone would just slow down, wait for the bus in front of you to get parked and then go through. And I know we don't have reserved parking. I wish we had the room to have an awning like they do in Lexington where you get to park under it. You've got your own place to plug your bus up and you've got your own slot. But unfortunately, we don't have that luxury. But please just slow down the parking lot. Some of you go way too fast. And if you don't know how fast you're going, I can tell you sometimes because every time you tap your brake, Zonar shows how fast you're going. 20 miles an hour in that parking lot is too fast. Extremely too fast in that parking lot, especially in the mornings. Now this is if you park at the bus garage, but it pertains to any place that you're parking the bus, whether it's on at elementary school, middle school, high school, at home. We just need to pay attention to what we're doing, slow down. If the bus in front of you is waiting to get a parking spot, please stay behind them and wait. Don't try to go around them. I don't like replacing windows and fixing dents. My guys have got plenty enough to do without having any unnecessary damage done to a bus because you was in a hurry to get in a parking spot. Now, that being said, technically, according to the book, you're supposed to be on the ramps by 15 minutes, by 2:45 every day. So we've got some people that follow that rule, but if they back all the way in and leave room for the bus to park in front of them and they don't leave till 5 till, they're blocked in, okay? So I'm going to use two people as an example, and I'm just going to use bus numbers. 1006 and 1704, they're out of that parking lot on time when they're supposed to be. Y'all need to buddy up and park in front of one or the other. That way you're not blocked in. Some of you are parking and leaving the spot behind you open because you don't want to get blocked in. I'm going to start moving those buses on back, and you will get blocked in. So if you know somebody that leaves the same time you do, kind of partner up with them and try to get a place to park together. That might make it easier on you all. It'll definitely make it easier on parking. Hopefully that will get better here in the near future. I would love to have a place to put all my spares out of the way. So what is going to be happening is we are going to try to park some spare buses at some of the elementary schools. That serves two purposes. Number one, it opens up more parking at the bus garage. Number two, you go and you forgot and left your headlights on. If you're at North Laurel Middle School, it takes me 25 minutes in traffic, if I'm lucky, to come boost you off. But if I've already got a bus sitting there, all you have to do is go get on that bus and you'll be good to go. That's going to cut down on wait time, and it will also cut down on holding everybody up either at the middle or high school for a transfer. It will also keep you from being late at the elementary school. So, and pretty much parking, I touched this a while ago behind the building. Also, be in mind when you pull around, I've had some pull around, park at the wash rack because they absolutely had nowhere else to park. If there's 3 or 4 buses that's already parked in the parking lot, you can park a long ways if you're going to be there for 5 or 10 minutes. Don't pull around and try to block up the wash rack area. Try to stay out of there. I'm going to try to keep that open this year for those that come to try and wash their bus and they can't get in. If you're washing your bus there, that's one thing. If you're parking there and you're over in Rob's office or with Victoria or something of that nature, that's another. You need to find a different place to park that bus. Okay. He's going to go over that again too. Other than that, I appreciate every one of you. Hopefully it'll get a little better because we don't need accidents. And there's been a time or two, especially if you drive a Thomas, those big mirrors that hang out here, that's a blind spot. Someone could be standing there and you run over them and never know it. Because I've seen stuff, I've drove those buses, and there are spots, and all of a sudden you realize you're driving, you're coming around, that mirror has got that area blocked, you're going too fast, next thing you know there's a body standing there. And we've got to lock them up. So be considerate for each other, be patient. 3 or 4 minutes, I don't think, is going to make you late for wherever it is you're needing to get. And let's just be careful. That's it. That's all I had. I hope that addresses your concerns.